Hello, how are you guys? I'm super excited. When you join, say hello. I'm just going to be, one second here, going live on my Instagram as well, so this way we can have both. So let me just move this here. But when you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I always love knowing. And I really do believe in these platforms as a tool of connectivity. So if you don't join, you don't say hello, I can't actually engage with you, which makes me really sad. And yes, so anyway, oh, my phone. Hey guys, once you join on Instagram, say hello. I'm super excited. I haven't done the dual like this. Oh my goodness, hello, how are you? I haven't done this dual in a while where I've been on Facebook and on Instagram, so I'm super excited to be doing this. Hey Junior, how are you? When you join, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm just going to be talking about, this is great, why become a writer and how to monetize it. Oops, how to monetize it. Writer. Oopsies. Okay, perfect. So we have it. So I'm super excited, you guys, to be on. I'm doing a challenge for myself, which I shared with you guys. I'm going to go live for 52 weeks. So today is week 2 out of 52. Every Wednesday, 9 a.m. PST. And I'm super excited. Susanna, I miss you so much. I hope you're well. But today I really wanted to talk about something important because if those of you saw on Facebook or my email list, I just got published on Collective World, which is through Thought Catalog. It's my 6th article on there, which is just so incredible. And I've been on a lot of other publications, but this is really one of my favorites I've been on. Because it's kind of like the Forbes almost of consciousness. It really is the space of where everyone who's really sharing the message of expansion, of love, of amazingness, this is kind of where you go. It's a great journal. So I got a lot of emails though lately that people have been reaching out to me of wanting to become an author. They want to become a writer and they're just not really sure what's the right step to take. How do you begin writing as a living? And at one point I never really knew how to do this either, right? I probably would have, what would I have known? I probably would have never knew you could write or you could blog and you could get paid to do it. That just wasn't the mindset I grew up with. And if you're listening to this, you maybe grew up with the mindset as well of working a 9-to-5 job, being in corporate. Hold on, I want to move this so it's more we're in sync here. Okay. 9-to-5 job and this works much better. Okay, I like this. This is exciting. So I'm learning these 2 camera movements, so I should do a live on that. But anyway, I never really knew that you could just write and share your voice, share the things that are inside of you, and you could really create a life you love. And as my business has evolved in almost 4 years now in January, which is so exciting, I've learned more and more the importance of writing, the importance of journaling, the importance of knowing that there's something that you have inside of you to say and trusting that you can let it out and trusting that by you sharing the thoughts in your head, you sharing what's inside of you, you sharing your life experience, you sharing the visions that you're seeing, the mystical experiences you're having, that you can create a magazine, a book, articles, you can create really incredible things by just beginning to write. And the more that I kind of tapped into this, I never knew, never knew you could be a writer, but the more that I tapped into just hearing the voices inside of my head, really listening that there was something greater for me. There was something that, hey, Timmy, that there was something more I could express and share and be in this world. My life just began to shift. And I want to share with you guys because I am relaunching right now my How to Write, Publish, and Monetize Your Book. It's an 8-week program and we start on Friday. So I'm going to leave the link here. Hey, Adam, I'm super excited you're on. Let's see if I can leave a comment here. And there we go, post. And let's see if I can pin this comment. I don't know if it does it. Pin comment. Okay, yay. So we have it. So basically what I wanted to share with each of you guys is that here we go, pin comment. What I wanted to share with each of you guys is that this live specifically, I want you to know, I want you to trust, I want you to believe if you're watching this, that you have a book inside of you. You have something inside of you that's meant to be shared with the world. You can write and you can get paid to do it. You can share what's on your heart and mind, and you can also be compensated. And I think for so long we think that if we're compensated for helping people, for what we would naturally have a conversation for and we get paid for it, we think that that's like wrong. We think we're stealing. We think that people shouldn't be charging. But the reality is your soul, right? Your body is the temple for a soul. Your soul is housed in this beautiful skin body that we're seeing. And that soul, that energy has a template. And that template has been through many life experiences, whether it's been on Earth or other planets. But that template, right, has happened throughout many ways. And so for you to be here manifested in the physical means that you have gone through a great journey just to be here listening to me. Because I'm someone who's like a very old soul. I've been through a lot of different lifetimes, and it's not about me, but I'm just sharing like that soul, right? If you're here, you're asking to activate a deeper level of the truth of who you are. Like you're asking to be like liberated, to share what's inside of your heart and mind. And I know for a long time I was so afraid to share what was inside of me. I was so afraid, like, who would listen to me? Who's gonna want what I have to say? And when I wrote my first book, like, you know, I thought like I didn't even launch my first book. Like I wrote a book and literally didn't really launch it to the world. I just had it on Amazon and like told a few people about it. Like it was pretty crazy looking back, and like now my first book is going to be published January 4th of 2022. But what I wanted to share, what's on my heart, what's on my mind, is that you are meant to write something. You are meant to share something. You are meant to express all of you, and it's meant to be published, and it's meant to be monetized. And so writing isn't just like, I think like most jobs or careers, you look at something, like you do something, like, I don't know, if you go and do a financial planning, you go and do a law, at a judge, like a law thing, like you go and do that, right? Like writing is like a lifelong practice that you are always evolving through as you begin to trust yourself and listen to what's inside of you so that you can impact more people. And so anyway, I think everyone should be an author. I think everyone should be a writer. I think everyone has it inside of them, because I feel everyone has voices inside of their head, because we're multidimensional beings. And from these voices we have inside of our head, we're meant to share it. And there's a reason there's a reason our life experience, there's a reason that we experience the things that we do. And these other worlds or other realms or these thoughts, our thoughts are real, living, breathing things. Just as we are an organism, our thoughts are too. They come from somewhere. They come from a greater arena, right? And we choose what thoughts we capture, and we choose what to give life to through our words. And when you write something, you actually are making it from the intangible into a written tangible, where you actually are like the medium that's communicating with something greater. Every time you do that, even if you write a letter, even if you write numbers, like somehow numbers still came to you through somebody to write on a postal service to get you somewhere. Like it's always the writing is you being a medium to bring this intangible world into the now. And only when you begin to see that you are meant to write something, you are that powerful, do you begin to realize that you can publish something, you can monetize it. And so that's why I'm super excited to be offering the course that I've done. It was my third course. Oh my God, I can't talk. Third course I've ever launched, which was how to write, publish, and monetize your book. And 50 people have gone through it. 50 people have become authors. In this, I've never done it where it's 8 weeks with me. So I'm like literally holding your hand the next 8 weeks starting on Friday to go through this program with you, to like go through my writing process, to help keep you accountable, to help like allow you to see the different ways to monetize. Like the ways that I'm monetizing my books now, I never knew it could be monetized like way, way, way before. So anyway, I think that's what I wanted to share. I think that's what I had to share. Everyone needs to become a writer. You are a writer if you're here. Check that out. If you know there's a book inside of you, you know there's meant to be something birthed from you, from your life experience, you know you're meant to heal, you know you're meant to expand, then you're just going to want to get in it. It's a no-brainer. Reach out if you have any questions, but I love you. And it's the middle of the week. And I think one thing I just want to share to you guys, because this came up for me this week, which is important with writing, is the more you can just begin to surrender and trust to the truth of who you are, the more you can like really just tune in and like, I am this creative, energetic being. I am this like all-encompassing human that's walking through this life, that's here to do incredible things, but it's only when I trust the unknown. Like the universe, if you're a creative, right, like I am, and I didn't know it for a really long time. When you're a creative, when you're someone who is meant to transform this world with writing, with music, with lyrics, with movies, like big things, like you're meant to influence culture, which I know everyone here, you're meant to influence culture at some level. Hello, Fatima. You're meant to influence culture at some level, or you wouldn't be here. And so what I want you to know is that everything that's happening inside of you is happening for a reason. Like when you get angry at your friends, you're like, why don't you understand this? Like, it just is so simple. Why don't you get this? Why doesn't the world get this? It's because you are meant to be the teacher of that in the world. You are meant to be the leader, the creator, the organizational builder, the entrepreneur that is meant to come in and transform the world with what's inside of you. People aren't supposed to get it because you're the one who's meant to be the teacher to help people understand it and get it. And when you can begin to look at what are the patterns of the things that you get so frustrated people don't get, that's what your book is. That's what your writing is about. That's what your teaching is. That is what your life's work is. Or the things that people come in there, it's like, you're so good at this, and you think it's common knowledge, but it's not. That's the work of your life. That's why you're really here. And the more that you meant to write about it, you get people more access to it on their timeline instead of them always having to contact you. So your time is freed up so you can actually go and do and enjoy things that you love to do and enjoy to do. But as a creative, I was going to say, when you make this leap into the creative world, into the land of whatever, like into the land of magic, basically, I call it, right? The universe isn't going to make it convenient. Like, I know there's a lot of people on here, a lot of people have reached out to me who are creatives, and they're like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to have this, but I'm just not sure like how it's going to work with money or with this. But like the universe is never going to give you like a comfortable setting with money for you to go through an awakening. Like, that's just not how it works. Like, the universe doesn't work on like, hey, I'm going to give you all this creative knowledge and wisdom, and I'm going to give you money, and that's how your baseline is. Because if that was true, you would mess it up. As humans, we're greedy. We would do something, like we would lose it. We wouldn't trust our gifts. Like, you honestly have to be so committed and so willing to be a writer, or to be a true speaker of whatever it is that you are here to be and serve as your life's work. And when you do that, God isn't going to make the money come until you begin to show a commitment and a practice daily, consistently, that you are here to share this work. And once you begin to consistently do it, the money always comes, but the money's never going to show up so that you can do it. It's like, no, you take the leap. You trust the universe. You trust the voices inside of you. Like, you do that, and then the money comes. It's not the other way around. Like, you could go get loans. You could go get you could lend money from friends. You could do a million things to go and get money. But until you go, I am going to trust me. I'm going to trust the voice inside my head. I'm going to trust what God, universe, source is giving me, whatever that it is. Like, until you really begin to say that and you take action on it daily, consistently, with predictability, which for me is writing, which I believe for most of you is beginning to write, beginning to become a writer, beginning to say, even if it's not a book, Colleen, I do want to write. This is still the program for you, how to write, publish, and monetize your book, because I share a 5-step process on how to begin writing. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a book or not. It will end up being a book, but this 5-step process I share of how to become a writer is like nothing like I've seen in the world. And on Instagram, because I'm on Facebook too, you can go click the link in my bio. If it's not like able to see this, you're able to go in my bio. But anyway, like, until you show that consistency of like, this is what I know to be true for me, this is what's alive for me, why would the universe give you money? Because otherwise it's like, oh, I'm going to give you money. I'm going to trust that you're going to act on this crazy intuitive nature to the matrix of the world. You would never act on it because there's no friction. There's no like uncomfortability that's like edging you to do it. And that's why, like, you show the commitment. You lead yourself. You write first. You begin to do it, and you begin to do it, and you begin to do it. And before you know it, the money will show up. It just has to. So with that, I love you guys. That's what I wanted to share. Make sure to enroll in my How to Write, Publish, Monetize Your Book. We start on Friday. It's 8 weeks with me. No matter what, you get the 5 recorded modules that I have. You get 4 Q&A calls with me no matter what. And then the VIP is you get 2 one-on-one calls with me and 24/7 access to me for 8 weeks. This is absolutely fabulous to close your 2021 year out. So you're like, I have a freaking book. Like, I have a book. I'm going to launch it. I'm going to do it. I go through self-publishing. I go through publisher. I go through PR. I go through editing. I go through book design. I go through Amazon. Like this is literally, there's no course out there like this. So How to Write, Publish, and Monetize Your Book. The link is in the comments, or for Instagram, it's in my bio. Make sure to enroll. We start Friday. Once my programs like start, I move on to the next program I'm launching. So you can still enroll, but it's not like I'm actively like still really selling it until I or offering it, selling it, offering it until I do it again. So I really only do this like one time a year live with me. Other than that, it's just you can buy it on my website. But obviously with me by your side, everything's going to happen much quicker. So I love you so much. Please share this. Please let me know you're watching, and have a beautiful day.